Hey everyone, 40 the Broadway Saiyan here, and welcome back again to my YouTube channel, bringing you guys another video on Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. In this video, we will be going over the next character event hitting Global Opera Omnia soon, featuring the feral child of the Veldt from Final Fantasy VI, GAU. GAU will be joined by Selphie Terra and our current Lost Chapters character Rinoa as synergy for this event. This video will be covering GAU's entire kit, the featured banner, GAU and Terra's EX realizations, should you pull, and the Chaos difficulty boss fight against the waves of Ancestor mini dragons. Please try to stick around for the entire video, as I have a special guest joining in this video. Lastly, please remember that every skill, passive, buff, and debuff that I go over is assuming you have all weapon passives on these characters, as I want to present them at their maximum potential. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right into GAU's character event.
Hi everyone, I'm Resfoina, or Res for short, and I'm a newish content creator for DFFOO Global. I used to stream JRPG playthroughs on Twitch, but I took a hiatus a few months ago. I've been a long-time lurker in the DFFOO community ever since the global version was launched 2 years ago, and in January I decided to try out making videos for myself. I mainly post pull videos, live reacts, and chaos clears, so please feel free to check those out in the description box below. For the last couple weeks, I've also been streaming FF4 on YouTube, and inspired by 40, I'll be making my comeback to Twitch this coming Monday, so hope to see you there for part 3. Huge thanks to 40 for suggesting this collab, and overall just being incredibly supportive and kind. The community in general has just been so welcoming, and I'm so grateful and excited to be a part of it. Lastly, 40 and I will be recording a ticket war video for GAU when his banner drops, so please look out for that on my channel tomorrow night. Anyway, that's enough about me, so let's jump into GAU's kit. Originally from Final Fantasy VI, GAU enters the world of Opera Omnia bringing his wild ferocity to aid your roster. GAU will be specializing in Earth Elemental magic abilities, countering enemy targets that damage his allies, and 2 different stances based on which skill you use. Let's start by going over GAU's unique buffs. His first one is called Beast's Teachings. This buff has a 6-turn duration, which increases GAU's attack and max brave by 30% and his speed by 20%. His other buff is called Feral Child. This buff has an 8-turn duration that increases GAU's attack and max brave by 20%. Next, we're going to go over his most noteworthy passives. His Crystal level 50 passive is called Veldt Mischief and increases his attack and max brave by 10% while Beast Teachings is active. His C54 passive increases his attack and speed by 20% while Beast Teaching is active. His C58 passive increases his attack and max brave by 40% while Beast Teaching is active. Finally, his C68 passive permanently increases his own attack and max brave by 20%. GAU's C65 ability is called Earth Enchant, which grants him the Earth element and a 10% attack increase for 2 turns. Let's go ahead and talk about his actual skills. Remember, think of each skill as a stance and you'll see why. His skill 1 is called Life Shaver. Life Shaver is a 5-hit Earth Magic single target Brave plus single target HP attack with a 400% Brave damage potency, 150% Brave overflow, heals the party's HP based on 50% of the HP damage dealt up to 25% of max HP, and grants GAU Beast's Teachings for 6 turns. After using Life Shaver, GAU will lose access to his skill 2 Cat Scratch for 3 turns, but he will gain a Life Shaver counterattack whenever an ally is hit with a Brave or HP attack. Life Shaver counterattack is a 2-hit Earth Magic single target Brave attack with a 160% Brave damage potency that heals the party's Brave by 50% of the Brave damage dealt and heals the party HP by 50% of the Brave damage dealt up to 10% of max HP. Using his skill 1 Life Shaver will transform GAU's Brave and HP attacks into their Life Shaver variants. Brave Attack Life Shaver is a 5-hit Earth Magic single target Brave attack with a 280% Brave damage potency, and it deals an increased 1.6 times Brave damage against a single target, and it heals the party's Brave based on 20% of Brave damage dealt. HP Attack Life Shaver is a 3-hit Earth Magic single target Brave plus single target HP attack with a 240% Brave damage potency, 120% Brave overflow, and heals the party's Brave based on 20% of Brave damage dealt. Alright, let's move on to his skill 2, Cat Scratch. Cat Scratch is a 3-hit Earth Magic AoE Brave plus single target HP attack with a 240% Brave damage potency, 150% Brave overflow, increased 1.6 times Brave damage on a single target, and grants GAU Beast Teachings for 6 turns. After using Cat Scratch, GAU will lose access to his skill 1 Life Shaver, but he will gain a Cat Scratch counterattack whenever an ally is hit with a Brave or HP attack. Cat Scratch counterattack is a 2-hit Earth Magic AoE Brave plus single target HP attack with an 80% Brave damage potency and deals an increased 1.6 times Brave damage against a single target. Using his skill 2 Cat Scratch will transform GAU's Brave and HP attacks into their Cat Scratch variants. Brave Attack Cat Scratch is a 3-hit Earth Magic AoE Brave attack with a 180% Brave damage potency and an increased 1.6 times Brave damage against a single target. HP Attack Cat Scratch is a 2-hit Earth Magic AoE Brave plus single target HP attack with a 140% Brave damage potency, 120% Brave overflow, an increased 1.6 times Brave damage against a single target, and a 20% HP slash damage against the other targets. As you can see, GAU is all about that wild earth power, offering an offensive support kit as he deals damage, heals your party's Brave and HP, and counters whenever allies take damage. It's indeed a very interesting, unique kit. If you plan on building this character, the ideal artifact passes would be Attack 108 and Veldt Mischief Boost. Thanks so much again, 40, and now back to you.
First of all, thank you so much to my friend Resfoina for taking the time to present GAU's kit and what he brings with his abilities to Opera Omnia. Resfoina is a wonderful Opera Omnia content creator and streamer. Be sure to check out her YouTube and Twitch channel links in the video description as well as the pinned comments below. Moving forward, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the featured banner. The banner on this event features a rerun of all of Terra's gear, including her EX weapon, a rerun of Selphie's 15 and 35 CP weapons, and the debut of all of GAU's weapons. Both GAU and Terra's EX weapons can be realized with the release of this character event. Let's start things off with Terra's EX realization. Upon realizing Terra's EX weapon, she gains the following upgrades. 0 out of 3 increases her EX ability Riot Blade's Brave damage potency to 600%, now has a 150% Brave overflow, and deals 50% HP splash damage to other targets. 1 out of 3 permanently increases her attack by 20% and max Brave by 40%. Her Brave and HP attacks also get upgraded to their ++ variants. 2 out of 3 increases the recast speed of her EX ability Riot Blade by 50%, and this time grants her a new unique buff called Esper's Blood for 5 turns, which increases her attack and Brave overflow by 20% and her initial Brave by 40%. It also grants her 9 stacks of her Magicite buff icon. Also, when the quest begins, Terra will automatically have 9 stacks of her Magicite buff icon and Esper's Blood unique buff for 5 turns. Finally, 3 out of 3 increases the Brave hits of her EX ability Riot Blade to 8, further increases the Brave damage potency to 800%, further increases the Brave overflow to 180%, and now changes her HP attack command to Dual Cast after using Riot Blade. Dual Cast is a 6-hit non-elemental magic single target Brave plus single target HP attack executed twice with a 600% Brave damage potency and a 150% Brave overflow. Dual Cast will revert back after usage and does not grant any stacks of Magicite. One thing to keep in mind with Terra's EX ability is that the Brave damage potency does increase the lower her HP is. The A-type sphere granted from Terra's EX weapon is called Critical Base Boost Short, which raises the equipped character's initial Brave and max Brave by 10% for 3 turns when dealing a critical hit. Let's go ahead and move on to GAU's weapon. Prior to its realization, GAU's EX weapon equips him with the EX ability called Beast Raid, which is a 3-hit Earth Magic AoE Brave plus single target HP attack executed twice with a 450% Brave damage potency, 120% Brave overflow, increased 1.6 times Brave damage against a single target, inflicts Earth Imperil on all targets after the first Brave plus HP attack, and grants GAU Feral Child for 8 turns. Upon realizing this EX weapon, GAU gets the following upgrades. 0 out of 3 increases his EX ability Beast Raid's Brave damage potency to 630% and also changes his HP and Brave attacks to their ++ variants. 1 out of 3 permanently increases his attack and max Brave by 20%. 2 out of 3 allows GAU to start the quest with Feral Child for 8 turns. Finally, 3 out of 3 increases his EX ability Beast Raid's Brave hits to 12, further increases its Brave damage potency to 840% and further increases the Brave Overflow to 150%. The A-type sphere unlocked from GAU's EX weapon is called Full HP Power, which raises the equipped character's Brave damage by 10% when HP is at max. Unless you are lacking strong magic damage dealers, the answer is no. We do get a free multi from this banner, so if you get lucky with that, then awesome. Terra at this point, while strong, just doesn't stack up to magic damage dealers such as Ultimisia and Emperor, who offer more than just straight up damage. While she did get some amazing upgrades to her EX Plus and the nice addition of dual cast for added longevity, she still heavily relies on building those magicite stacks to keep her momentum going. She's good and can be a nice filler for a magic DPS option for Chaos, but not really needed at this point. GAU, on the other hand, is a little bit more desirable as he has the Earth Imperil and Enchant. Seeing as the Imperil mechanic has been improved, this gives him better value. To top it off, his supportive healing and Brave Battery coming from his offensive kit is a nice touch to what he gives to the party, and his counter mechanic is a nice option to have as well. However, it is unfortunate that he cannot enchant the party with the Earth element. Again, he is great and the better option between Terra and himself on this banner, but is not necessarily needed if you have characters that can fulfill similar roles. GAU later on gets an LD weapon with his Lost Chapters, which then would be a better time to pull as his EX will be refeatured at a higher pull rate as well. Terra, when will you get your transform? Our final topic for this video will be discussing the Chaos difficulty boss fight against a wave of Ancestor mini dragons. This fight is a little different as it starts off with a singular Ancestor boss, followed by 2 Ancestor bosses, and finally the last wave having 3 Ancestor bosses. They are weak to the Earth element and have no other weaknesses or resistance. They are, however, immune to the debuff Fog, which prevents usage of all actions except standard, Brave, and HP attack commands. They have a Brave attack that can delay a party member for 1 turn. From wave 2 and onwards, you want to watch out for their AoE Brave plus AoE HP attack called Blaze Breath that they cast quite often. During the final wave with 3 of them present, the middle boss will glow in a red aura and begin to inflict fog on your party members, preventing them from using their skills. All 4 synergy characters are great to bring for this fight as they have access to strong Brave and HP plus and plus variant commands to bypass the Fog debuff. Selphie, if you have her built up, can help your party resist the Fog debuff with her skill 2 wall. Because of the frequent Brave plus HP attacks, this boss fight has Bosch's name written all over it if you have him built up. Our second global first character, Aranea, is an extremely strong unit to bring for this fight as her high boost lands plus from her HP attack command deals a ton of damage and has added HP splash damage. This Chaos fight shouldn't be nearly as difficult as Global has received some very strong units prior to being able to handle it. Hopefully this video helps you guys prepare for the upcoming GAU character event in Global Opera Omnia. Thank you so much again to the Resfoina for joining me on this video. Be sure to check out their links in the video description and the pinned comments below. This is 40 the Broadway Saiyan signing out. Mahal everyone.